go. We have a bunch of crafting that I want to do, but I also want to get to... I think I need to finish a little bit of crafting before I go to Silithus. Planning to do a little bit of Cenarian Circle rep farm today. That's a little bit... it's a little bit boring, so it's nice to have someone to talk to while doing that. And yeah, let's see, can we craft more stuff? Yeah. Can craft more stuff. And we can also get on the horn on our banker. It's always extremely nice. I haven't checked my banker at all today, actually. And I think I have to repost... Yeah, I have to repost BfA auctions. We have to do that later. So we'll do a little bit of Classic first, and then BfA. That's the plan. So I need to dig down until I can find the dream foil in my mailbox. That's incredibly important. So we're going to prioritize Rose Blood. Do I have lesser invisibility potions here on the list? Yep. So those I can craft already, so that's nice. We're also going to do these ghost mushrooms. It's going to give me a good mix of stuff I can craft. So that's good, that's good. And we can get our shopper. I feel like I have a full... Yeah, I have a full inventory. I started collecting this earlier, and then I forgot to finish it. But that's fine, that's fine. We'll go post now. Better late than never, I guess is the term. Alright. So you have to go over and buy some leaded vials. I can probably destroy this roasted quail. I don't care about roasted quail. And I think we have to buy a lot of these.
You have a great day now.
May have been overload, but whatever. We'll start with the stone scale oil. Because that's going to free up one inventory slot, and freeing up one is always a good start. Any cool sales today? Nah, nothing. Not in the... not on the way yet, at least. Alright, so stone scale oil, pretty soon finished. Lesser invis potions. I'm incredibly thirsty right now. Doesn't feel too good. Damn it. Gotta take a look at elemental... at the elemental mage staff. Not sure if that was a mistake or not. Am I out of crystal vials? Yeah, looks like it. Wow, powerful modules are completely worthless now, that's hilarious. Just vendor trash, essentially. They were selling for so much just before phase 4 dropped. Because everyone's like, you're gonna need a lot of these. Turns out. But while yes, you do need more of them now than you did before, they also drop in extremely large amounts. So it's ridiculously easy to keep them in stock. Okay. I feel like I want to take a little bit of blindweed and some goldthorn. I'm pretty sure there's one item with those two. I'm pretty sure that's the arcane elixirs. Ooh, I'm not buying 120. That's a little crazy. What about free action potion recipes?
All right then.
Probably not worth it. And yeah, it is very nice. Just get it all out of the way. Actually, we probably want to do some Mighty Rage potions because they free up inventory space more effectively. At this point, I'm probably going to end up completely filled out. Does this work?
Inventory
Nah,
is full.
inventory is full, yeah. It's annoying. Do I have something I can destroy? What's the least valuable thing I have on me?
Carry any more?
Probably the thorium bar. So now we just do it. I have this on my list, don't I? No, not yet, but I want this on my list. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just do the Mighty Rage potions. And let's not forget that... yeah, I was gonna look at the elementals. I actually just did elemental. Primarily here we're looking at this one. So I think I want to increase the price on these. That's what it feels like I want to do at least. I'm not sure. We'll go collect more stuff. And then run some shopping scans. Which is always the good way to do it. I've been selling these Blasted Lands materials very consistently, very nicely. These elixirs of fortitude are so slow to craft. Like, it's crazy how long it takes to do a craft. What's the chance I have anything cool on the last 5 auctions? Probably very low because I don't deal in any extremely high value items.
Inventory is full.
In Classic. So yeah, nothing essentially. Alright, we gotta send over some more. At least those ones. Let's get more Firefin Snappers. I need Sungrass for something, right? There's something here. Gromsplod Sungrass. Yeah, that's perfect. So we take the Sungrass as well. And we can take actually these 8 Fade Leaves. I'll probably have taken 2 stacks of 2. But whatever, now we can... we're gonna do the Fire Oil first.
Can I help you?
22 empty vials.
Be seeing you.
Fire Oil. And let's collect the rest of this gold. You don't need my my second window. So run another post scan and then okay, so another 120 to wait here essentially. Which is fine, it is what it is, nothing to do about that. Fire oil getting close. Getting close to the end. I have way too much stuff in my inventory today. Like I have so much. I have some greater shadow. That's all right. That's actually something that can help clean up my inventory a little bit, maybe. Not much. It doesn't actually clean up anything. It just adds more. It doesn't actually add more. It's
Hi,
so
how
we
are
need
you?
a couple more leaded vials, like 10. I think that's fine. Should tide me over for most of the stuff I have on me. Do I have anything to craft crystal vials with? And you have to buy 5 and check, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we can craft here. So we'll just start with the elixirs of the giants then. Alright, so last shopping or last posting scan finished. Which is nice. Now we just gotta move all these. Now we can do some shopping scans, which is generally more exciting. Because they actually involve some real life decision making. Although I do outsource most of my decision making to TSM. So I don't spend a lot of time thinking about stuff. Have I had success with Frost Saber? No, not really. Wildkin, Chillwind, nope. Not buying any of those consumables. So we'll take a look at Blasted Lands. I haven't shopped for these in a while. And I've had pretty good success with them in the past. So just a couple of Basilisk Brains and then BOE flipping, which is a long shopping scan. But that's perfectly fine. Coming over the top with the last Fortitude elixirs.
Goodbye now.
Now that I have 17 fire oils, I can pick up more small flame sacks from the mailbox. Which is gonna help. Alright, we can do all of the fire fin snappers, I presume. Still trying to get to trying real hard to get to the dream foil here. But I'm pretty sure we can just do the sacks. Also pretty sure we can do some more gold thorn and blindweed. Perhaps. At least a little bit more gold thorn. A little bit more fade leaf. Now I ended up with too much stuff again.
Interesting. There we go then.
20 leaded vials and take it from there. Shadow oil. And then fire protection. And once again, it's the flame sacks, that's the limiting
Making a
factor.
special purchase?
We're gonna need 12 empty vials for fire oils. And I'm done with the scan, so is there something to buy here? Generally speaking, it's always like the very low value, not that useful items that are cheap. Cassandra's great, isn't that good? Yeah, but it's just cheap. Just cheap. Fellheart belt, wow. That is quite cheap. Not going to lie. How much did I pay for that? I don't even know. I bought it for my warlock ult, so, and I bought it for something ridiculously cheap, so there's no worries there. All right, so maybe just gonna have to auctioning, crafting one stack. All right, let's see what more I can do. Am I? What's that? That's leaded vials, so I don't have any crystal vials. So I guess we buy 20 and see if we can, and that means we can craft something, and it does. We do get a bunch of different crafts now active. Limited invulnerability potions sell so well. They are extremely nice. I guess we take a look at enchanting materials. It's been the most consistent material flipping market for me personally. Wow, illusion dust. What is happening to illusion dust? It's getting so cheap. I can't believe I sold illusion dust for 5 days ago for at least 10 silver. Dream dust is also getting cheaper. I guess we're just generating more and 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 more materials by disenchanting stuff, and that's just driving the price down heavily. Can't really find any other explanations. Alright, time to go mail more stuff away.
You have a great day now.
Finally made it to the dream file. Woo. Alright, finally. It's gonna help a lot with my clogged inventory.
Need assistance?
I'm just gonna buy like 40. I need so much. I have so many mage blood. That's gonna be 45 mage blood potions straight up. And I also have another like 37 greater fire protections that I have materials for. I have materials for a ton of arcane protection, shadow protection. Maybe we want to finish the shadow protection just to get those out of the way. But yeah, what is happening with this dust? Let's take a look at essences. They're just still super expensive, right? Yeah, still very expensive. Doesn't make sense to me. doesn't make much sense to me. Let's take a quick look at some of these shards as well. I'm not really expecting anything, but we'll doing a scan is not a lot of time commitment when I'm already at the auction house. Alright, so the market is very saturated here. Not quite sure I understand the enchanting market in Classic, to be honest. Let's take a look at the Sandalar tribe reputation. It's actually trending up again, huh? Is it actually gonna stabilize? I mean, it's possible. Maybe it stabilizes around 6 gold and 1 gold. To me, that feels too high. I don't feel like there are that many people willing to spend that much gold on this stuff, on getting their reputation. But I could be completely wrong. So yeah, no way to tell really. Let's see, are these people in Selithos? Alex, Caster, Miss Phoenix. Alright, so no summons. Let's take these. Ooh, I have to go to the bank then. Oof. Now I have to because I filled them in my inventory, which is annoying. Picking up a lot of
Here they are.
euros. Where is it? That is nice because like now you free up 1 inventory slot. I can put something back into the bank. What do I put in the bank? Probably hit trinkets.
Watch your back.
Alright, now we can craft up the Mojo Madness. Ooh. I have a lot of these now. I've sold 2 of them for quite a good price actually, so they're very profitable. Thoriumors and Strangle Kelp. Definitely want to bring out the Strangle Kelp. Probably want to bring out some more Plague Blooms. And some more Dream Foil. Alright, so now you have to go buy a ton more Crystal Vials. I'm getting restless. I want to go do something. Let's just go
Goodbye
absolutely crazy with these. We have enough for 3 free action potions actually. We'll do more later. 29 Mage Blood potions. Mage Blood potions sell extremely well, like they are amazing. They might make buying Revered and Exalted with the Sandalar tribe worth it, but they also might not, we'll see. Since we're just crafting here, actually, I realized something, that what we're gonna do is we're gonna delay the rest of this crafting. We're gonna craft through the vials that I bought. Not all of them. We're gonna save the 20 for what are they called? For some poisons, because I need poisons. And then we're gonna go do something. And I'm gonna get back to crafting afterwards when I'm going through my realms on BfA, which I have to do today. So that's the plan, at least. All right. All right. So now we're just waiting for the last mage blood potions to go through. Greater stone shield. At least I'm crafting. I'm getting rid of some of these from my list. That's nice. That's very nice. I think I have to drop by my bank before I head out, because I do think I have some quest items in my bank actually. I have to wait to keep about 20 crystal vials. Actually, it doesn't matter that much. We can just craft out all of this stuff and go buy more at the vendor. I'm not sure, Dark Prior. I haven't. I don't know if there's some way to purge data from the add-on. I've noticed myself that sometimes TSM is slower or faster doing the same thing for no readily apparent reason, but I haven't dived into why that is. I'm actually just gonna do 4 more and then mail over stuff and go. No, I want to clean out some more inventory slots, so I guess I have to do that. I'm gonna vendor off the rest of this powerful mojo crap. Yeah, I'm assuming that you've tried TSM support and probably didn't get like any answer that helped you out there. So then it's I haven't tinkered around with that at all, so I don't really have any insight. So finished soon. I want to do some gameplay. Yeah, then I don't know. Like, you can probably try to figure out which file or wherever the data is stored and purge it manually, or if you are competent, you could possibly do it with some form of script. Well, I probably just want to fly and take the boat to Dust Wallow. Just hitting up the Shady Healer.
Need assistance?
For about 20 of these and about 80 of these.
Alrighty then.
And then we're headed by the bank and then flying off. I'm sure you can find a more efficient way to do that if you can figure out which file it is, or what part of TSM is causing the slowdown. and then just purge that. It's in some fashion, but you would probably end up losing some amount of data, or you're definitely taking a risk doing that. That's for sure.
Talk to me.
Alright, so Sand Skidder Fang, Scorpok Pincers. I need those in my inventory. We can bank some more stuff here. What do I want to bank? I guess the mongoose is
Be
nice
good.
to bank.
How are you? See you.
Now I can just craft some poisons while we're what's it called? While we're on the boat, or waiting on the boat. I want to recheck the auction house. Let's see if something's about to expire. I probably have some stuff I can do here while we're flying. Be right back, guys. That's a perfect timing, if ever I'd seen one. Now I just have to go wait for the boat. The boat. Maybe I should have prioritized leveling my warlock today. I'll do that on Sunday, probably. Possibly some leveling tomorrow if I have time. Alright, that's a little bit of sales. I actually forgot I bought these basilisk brains. Just vendoring tide spray pants. Yeah, that's I would say that's a very silly goal, Dark Prior. Oh, I could never do something like that. Something so limited. Right, so we're gonna farm rep for we're gonna go to Silithus and farm a little bit of Cenarian Circle rep. We'll see how long I can be bothered to stick with it. I'm an avowed anti-farmer. I'm from the inferior country of Norway. Yeah, that's correct, Clodic. Except it's of course the superior country of Norway. You like some sort of subpar Scandinavian then? Yeah, that's what I figured. Swedes. Yeah, you guys are so proud of your IKEAs and your Volvos. I guess Norway doesn't actually have anything. We have oil. There are a lot of 740, yeah. It's like it's the Volvo 240. That's like the hillbilly car, bar none. Like some old beat up Volvo 240. I'm gonna find a picture of that. Like all of the kids that grow up in the rural places, and the only thing they can really do on the weekend is to get drunk on moonshine and drive to like the local gas station, and that's like the most interesting place around. That's like I'm sure you have the same type of people in Sweden, the same demographic. I actually went on a drive through. I was in a wedding in Sweden 1.5, almost 2 years ago now. In like a really small town. So we drove through a lot of rural Sweden. That was pretty interesting, actually. A pretty nice drive, even with it worked really well with my. It was the first like long drive we did with my daughter. She wasn't even 1. She was like 6 months, 7 months at the time, and it went surprisingly well. No tantrums. So that was nice. Looking for more molten core to rag. So there it is. Poor guys. Couldn't finish the instant. That's fair, Clodic. I've traveled quite a bit. I haven't been much in Sweden, I want to say. Thank you for the follow, Kiatomo7. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice. What day is it today? Tuesday? Yeah. Right, so we'll do about an hour of farming. I think that's gonna be. Then I have to do some BfA.
Well met. Keep your feet.
I forgot to craft my poisons while I was on the boat, which I was going to do. That's well, that's stupid. G. Katomo, you're probably better off focusing on leveling in the beginning. That's my personal experience. You can make gold early on, but when you're not familiar with the game, it's very easy to make mistakes because you're not familiar with the types of items people are interested in, why they're interested in them. So I make a lot of gold, but it's second nature, and I've been playing WoW for a long time. So my personal opinion is that you should just play the game for a little longer. Of course, if you want gold, then the best tips is get some sort of add-on that will display the value of an item in the tooltip. So I use Trade Skill Master. As you can see here, when I'm just mousing over this mountain silver sage, you can tell that it has a market value of about 1 gold, 40 silver. So the point of having an add-on like this is, of course, that you can figure out if something you get from killing a random mob is worth a lot of gold. Yeah, of course, I didn't even consider how quickly you level in BfA right now. But yeah, then you can start making gold. But you're not going to be able to make that much without BfA, because my personal what I had most success with when I just recently did a 30 days to a token challenge was BfA cooking and inscription. Generally speaking, you want to get on the BfA crafting professions to start out, which means you do have to get BfA. There are ways to make gold on lower levels as well, but then you'll mostly be selling cosmetic items which have lower sale rates than stuff that's related to increasing player power. Yeah, that's what I've had most success with, but there are people who have a lot of success with old world stuff. Like you can do it with crafting professions from older expansions, but all of the gear you're crafting is just going to be cosmetic. You can sell herb and like you can farm. You can always farm. I don't know which old world farm is the most efficient, but there are several mining routes in old world. Like you can do Burning Crusade zones have been good at times in the past. There are other zones as well for farming, so that's something you can look into. Yeah, I don't like transmog either because I find the sell rate too low. Same with battle pets. For the most part, I do it just because I need to move gold between realms. But overall, it's much easier when you have an idea of what people need. That's a pretty important part of this. Like, what do people need? Why do they need specific items? And then it's just a question of how you get them. Mm-hmm. Well, that's something I need to check. I need to check these Cenarian Circle. Yeah, this is classic. I'm playing classic right now. I'll log on BfA a little later. Alright, so they're still selling for about 1.4 gold. Up to 2 gold. There's a decent volume, but not enough to really take you there. Alright, what about the abyssal stuff then? Ooh. What's this quest? Wanted Death Clasp. I'm gonna wait with doing that. And just write down. Alright, so Abyssal Crests down to 5 gold each. It's not too bad. Yeah, full realms, that's a lot of competition. Signets for 30. Is there any cool just restoration and sorcery, but we don't need pants. Pretty sure there are. Maybe this is. No, it can't be previous. And those pants are probably pretty good for my warlock, but probably because the competition on high pop realms is generally much higher. So it's takes significantly more work to get the same number of sales and stuff like that, which makes it quite annoying. But if you can control it, then you can get a huge sale volume. But that's also something that's going to take a lot of time to craft. Like you'll end up spending a lot of time crafting. Oh, come on. First hit days. Yeah, that's it sucks when you get stuck. Oh, come on. Web. Give me a break. Probably gonna get webbed again. Yep. I refuse to kill you. Yes, it is. In a lot of ways, definitely extremely different on the auction outside. Okay, I have.
Not ready yet. I can't do that. Yeah, that ability isn't ready yet.
Goddamn idiot spider.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Wow, this is actually hard.
Not ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
This is an add-on. All of this is the base UI is the same in Classic as it was in as it is in retail. Wow, they summoned Lord Squall.
That ability is ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet.
Crystal High Council.
Not enough energy. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
This is like a raid boss. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. They also killed the Duke of Shards. Yeah, oh, that's not the High Council, it's just the Council.
That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet.
I haven't seen anyone summon the raid bosses here.
Not ready yet. Not enough energy.
Yeah, Silithus is gonna be a shit show.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Silithus is just gonna be insane.
That ability isn't ready yet.
When your daggers, like your
Not ready yet.
sinister strikes hit like a wet noodle. So annoying. Do I have a bunch? How many? I have 3 chapter 2s now. I wonder if these can be traded or
I
something.
can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not
Build
ready
them.
yet.
That's
I
guys.
don't have enough energy.
Kill the stuff.
I can't do that yet.
Is it Red Drum Ink? Yeah. Like this rep farm is so slow. Like you're getting 1 rep per mob. So far I've gotten 12 reputation.
I'm out of range. That ability isn't ready yet.
Most inane
Not enough energy. I
farm
can't do that
imaginable.
yet. That ability isn't ready yet.
Sinister strikes do nothing.
Not ready yet.
But yeah, I don't know how. Do you play classic Clodic? Because I was there on day 1 of Zul'Gurub. We were in Stranglethorn Whale, and that was
I need to get
insanity. We were there when the servers opened, and it was just a complete lag fest. You couldn't do anything.
not ready yet.
We spent an hour just getting from Duskwood and into the instance. It was pretty hilarious, but I mean, Ankh-Qiraj is gonna be that, but it's gonna be even worse, right? Because the gates aren't gonna be open. Everyone is gonna want to do the field duty quests. Everyone is gonna do
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
so
Not
much stuff
enough
they want to do,
energy.
right?
I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
It's just gonna be. Honestly, they probably have to put like layering on every realm for like a day or 2. Or maybe even a week, like,
Far away. That ability isn't ready yet.
otherwise it's gonna be completely unplayable, like people aren't gonna be able to do anything.
Not enough energy. I can't do that
I'll
yet.
probably start playing retail more actively again for Shadowlands eventually. I need to start prepping my characters. I'm probably changing to a new main realm and actually playing the game more on max level this time around, which I haven't done in a while. We're up to 28 rep now. Ravencrest? Ooh, I'm not gonna come to Ravencrest.
Not ready yet. I don't have enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. I need a target.
I'm not interested in mythic raiding. I don't have that much time to play. So I am interested in heroic raiding, but I don't think doing mythic raiding is
Not ready yet.
something I can commit to at all.
I can't do that yet.
With heroic raiding, like it's not that important if you skip a raid or whatever, because you know, it can still just, it's flex sized. But with the mythic, like you have to be there every time, and it's also something that I want to play in a slightly more casual setting. It's like between the blog and streaming, and I have a full-time job and a daughter and a second kid on the way. Like, have to prioritize away some things. Of course, we can combine streaming with raiding, but like some of the more hardcore aspects of WoW is just things that I don't engage with or will engage with
Not
ever
enough
again.
energy. I don't have enough energy. I don't have a target.
Which is nice, but I mean, classic raiding is super easy, right? So doesn't matter at all. Can easily clear
I'm out of range.
all of the current content with like probably the 30 best people in the guild easy.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Probably not
I can't do
you
that
clear
yet.
Molten Core with like a random
That
ass
ability
30
isn't
man
ready
just blocked.
Not ready yet.
with alts and mains. Let's just stop that.
I don't have enough energy. I can't do
Turn down WoW or turn the mic up. I guess I have just bought a new mic, so that's probably turning the mic up. Let me listen to myself for a little bit and see what I can do here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to take a look at. Lol. Alright, so that's almost at max already. So we'll have to take a look. I'm gonna try to position the mic a little bit closer and a little bit more correct. And of course I'm not listening to myself yet, so I'm not sure if this is working. I did just move the mic stand as well. And yep. But I was gonna listen to myself for a little bit. So let's see how this works. Oh, we gotta turn up the volume. Let's see how this works. Probably gotta do this. So let's see how this works. Probably hear me like gotta do this. So let's see how this works. For a while. Probably hear me like gotta do this. So let's see how this works. For a while. Probably hear me like gotta do this. So let's see how this works. Probably hear me like gotta do this. So let's see how this works. Probably hear me like gotta do this. So let's see how this works.
I need to get closer.
I'm gonna tinker with this a little bit more later on, and see if there's something I can do with the sound setup here. Let's see, how does it look here? Honestly, it looks okay from where I can tell, but it's possible that the maximum volume still just isn't high enough on Twitch. So this encoder, I'm definitely definitely not getting the frame rate I wanted, but it should be better now.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough.
What rep do I have now? 66. Still quite slow.
It's too far away. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Killed him without him getting off a single cast. Feels good, man.
I'm out of range. I don't have enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet.
The
Not
hell?
enough energy.
Why is everything hitting like
I don't have enough
a wet
energy.
noodle today? I'm pretty sure I had much stronger hits the last time I was here. But apparently not. Ah, yeah, it is a directional mic, but the last one
I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. Not ready yet.
didn't have that issue with the last one, but
Not enough energy.
I've just switched from an old podcaster to literally a new one with the exact same type. But I guess we can just try to get this even more up in my face. Let's see here. Probably have to adjust it a little bit more. Alright, that should be the right positioning. Honestly, I probably want to have it even more to the side here. Alright, now I have it. Now I just need to retract this horrible microphone from the headset. It's been nothing but an annoyance. The bad part of this is that I need to find a new position for my microphone boom arm. It's blocking too much of the right screen now. But that's something I'll work on another day. Now we just have to wait for these mobs. So 85 rep in like 15-20 minutes. Yeah. At least the positioning should be good now. So that's nice.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy.
Finally getting some crits. But I'm not even close to something. I have like 1-2 mantles and that's it. There we have a couple more guys to kill.
I need to get closer. That ability isn't ready yet.
So I'm about 14 minutes in and we have like 100 rep or something.
I can't do that yet.
This farm is gonna be a massive pain. Holy shit.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Not everything. There's loads of things that are really good in Classic. At least in my opinion. But of course you're free to disagree with that. I mean, the old auction house is really good for people trying to sell.
Not ready yet.
Like you get it's way easier to get the sale in Classic, especially for things that you can sell in stacks.
I don't have enough energy.
Like it is so much better.
Not ready yet. I don't have a target.
Yeah, for buyer
I'm out of range.
it sucks, but
I need a target.
oh.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy.
Just clicked on by instinct. But of course, when you're doing free for all in
That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy.
in
I don't have enough energy.
a group reputation farm environment, you should only loot what you
I
personally
don't have enough
kill.
energy.
So I'm not gonna steal Caster's abyssal signet or crest. It was a crest. So hope I can get a summon soon.
Not enough energy. Not ready yet. I don't have a target. I need to get closer. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. I need a target.
Right now I have about 3,000, something like that.
Not ready yet.
but I just spent like 1500, 1000 gold on getting Sandlar Tribe Rep to Exalted. So there's that. And I did also just buy a bunch of stuff that I haven't posted to the auction house. I just do a lot of reposting. So I mean, there are people who are way richer than me, like people who can no life farm or whatever, are always going to be generating more gold than me. But I have enough. There's some guy from another guild here. What the hell? Or from another group. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Let's kill the Twilight Keeper yet again. I've killed him a lot of times now. It's not quite time to repost or to check my. Oh, let's not mail loot everything. We don't need another Twilight Lexicon. I already have too many of them. +1, +1, +1. 128 rep so far. We get +5 from the summons.
It's too far away. That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy. I can't do that yet.
Marshall, so this guy is a hardcore PvPer, huh? Thank you for the follow, Odin Wow SF, really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday evening.
I need to get closer. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have a target.
Another text at least. Only 23 texts. Slowly generating encrypted Twilight texts. Room sketchy. Rank 13. That is quite hardcore.
I'm out of flame. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
Alright, so finally got another piece of the set. Now we just need a robe and we can actually go summon one of these abyssals. Another cowl, so now we get 2 drops. Now I just need 2 robes. We can summon 2 dukes.
I need to get closer.
Probably yes.
Not ready yet.
But we'll see like what I want to prioritize playing, because I can only really play like in terms of playing the end game. I can only play one version of WoW at a time. I don't have time to like do raiding in both retail and classic, for instance, and I won't have time to do something like that in TBC either, if TBC Classic comes out. So we'll see what I do. What I've realized lately is that gold making is probably more interesting as a challenge in retail, because it's a much broader game. Like classic gold making is fairly easy And at this point there really isn't that much to scale up into. Like there isn't a huge end game or anything outside of like maybe doing some market manipulation with Black Lotus or stuff like that. You don't have anything similar to like TCG mounts or doing like cross-realm battle pet flipping or high-end BOE flipping on retail. But I'm really enjoying the classic gameplay, and I like talents. I really miss talents
I'm out of range.
in retail. And I have a bunch of friends I play classic with, and we're in a good guild now, so that's very nice.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Another Twilight text. That's good. That's good. Lazy, someone yelled in the party chat, and I was like, what the hell? Is
Not ready yet. I can't do that.
someone identified me, and it's just they were talking to the guy they were summoning.
I don't have enough energy.
I
Not enough.
don't have anything in game that relates me to Lazy, so I think talents were really cool. I think that was way more interesting with a talent tree rather than just like talent rows.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I'm out of range. Not ready yet.
Why rogue? I don't do because I wanted to play a rogue,
Ability isn't ready.
Mr. Wiseman. But I think you're stuck in, you're in a paradigm where your class is important for gold making. But that's only true if you're farming, but I don't farm at all. I make all of my gold from professions and playing the auction house, which you can do with any character, any class.
I don't have enough energy.
So like what I've done to make gold, like my class never factored into it
Not
at all. But most people are in the paradigm where like gold making is gold farming,
Not ready yet.
which it certainly can be, but
I can't do that yet. I need a target. Not ready yet.
oh fucking. Okay. Okay, Hordes. Cowabunga it is. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about BfA though. But I mean like I've never done any sort of auctioning off of my main character. Although with the Brutosaur that probably makes sense in retail right now. That's probably actually a good idea. I just send it all to my bank alt and post it from there. Alright, so while we're corpse running, I'm gonna take a look and see if my my stuff made it. Yeah, it doesn't. Alright, so the other rogue got ganked as well. It's incredibly annoying. Oh yeah, nice. That's what I was hoping for, that a bunch of the stuff that I crafted earlier would have come through. And that's nice to finally get some more Elixir of Brute Force sales. Paid a decent amount of gold for that recipe. And it's all posted. Very nice, very clean. Do they just go in and kill everyone and then leave, or are they still here ganking? My personal preference is almost always to go with the more basic setup, but I don't do much transmog selling at all. So it's perfectly possible that there are better approaches to that market. Yeah, I find that transmog, I think you really need to focus on items that you know have a good sale rate. I don't think like just flipping a bunch of random transmog is ever going to be particularly good. I think you need to target the items you want to go for very specifically. But I think certain transmog markets are and have been really good. I've heard a lot of people making quite a bit of gold with like the Island Expedition transmog, for instance, in BfA, which is supposed to look pretty cool. Yeah, I quit way before that personally. I was up to like 500 pieces of transmog, and I just got annoyed by how long it took to clean out the mailbox and repost everything. Which is when I started phasing stuff out. Just wasn't worth the time it took to post it. Oh yeah, 700-800 transmog items on Raven Crest. Oof. It's a big oof. Very big oof.
It's too far away. Not ready yet. I don't have enough energy.
Well, I guess, there are always other markets to go for. At least go for higher value, so it's like get rid of anything that's worth less than like, I'd say like 5,000 gold.
I need to get closer.
At least, probably even higher.
I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet.
Not sure what you're doing right now, but if you have 700-800, then you're probably including a lot of low value transmog. Yeah. Like for battle pets, I have my threshold at like 1,000 gold, and even that's something I should probably increase. That's my threshold for like my what I don't buy items that my minimum shopping price would be less than 1,000 gold.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. Not enough energy. ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
That's what I would personally do, because I don't think it's worth the time at all. Oh.
Carry any more. It's too far away.
Yeah, let's craft a couple of bandages, and we gotta clean up a little bit in the inventory. Gotta craft some poisons as well, probably. To get some room. $174 reps so far.
Can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Wow, this guy died slowly. Holy shit. Spent a lot of rune cloth bandages doing this, but I mean, what else am I gonna spend that on? Nothing, right? Nothing. Is he gonna like make it to me? Now I'm ready to pop them all back. Like that. Need to wear the set to summon these mini bosses. Alright, so he doesn't want to help me, and that's cool.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy.
Turismo.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Yeah, I guess I have like the quarantine haircut that's getting like close to his slick.
Not ready yet. Not
It's
enough.
getting. I can definitely see
I don't have
that.
enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet.
Oh crap! I didn't wear them all.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I need a target.
There we have it. Boss down. 200 rep.
I'm out of range. I can't do that yet.
Not terrible. Nothing amazing either, though.
That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy. Not
Look
ready
at this. I'm gonna over.
I don't
No,
have
he dodged the eviscerate, so no overkill. No nothing.
It's too far away. I can't do that yet. Not enough.
400 damage
Not
backstabs.
enough energy.
It's so funny to be out in the open world again, because I very rarely did open world farms at all.
Ready yet.
So it's like I haven't killed mobs outside of like raids or dungeons in a long time. So I'm used to like watching my backstab do damage based on like full consumables, possibly some world buffs, and full raid buffs, like a huge amount of anti-armor debuffs. Like
That ability isn't ready yet.
when I'm fully buffed, I have like 2k backstab crits, and now I'm like
I know the range.
barely hitting.
Not enough energy.
I'm like critting for 1,000, 900
Don't have enough energy.
essentially.
Not enough energy. I need a target.
This is so low.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I don't have enough energy.
I mean, my rogue is geared to the teeth. Like I'm
Yet. I don't have enough energy.
almost
That
full
ability
best in
isn't
slot
ready
gear. I'm missing like 3 pieces of
I'm out
full
of
best in
range.
slot gear in the
yet.
current
Not
phase.
enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I can't do that yet.
I'm not boosted at all. I was really slow. I didn't hit like 60 until December or something.
Not enough energy.
But when I joined this guild, there were very few rogues in it. So I just got a ton of loot. Like I got Dragon Fang Blade in like the second BVL clear, and no one even contested me for it. So that's nice. Yeah, it is. It's so like the pieces I'm missing is like Drake Fang Talisman, and then the Striker's Mark from Molten Core, and the tier 2 belt, and then like maybe Perdition's Blade, which is slightly better than Dragon Fang Blade, but that's like a very small difference. So outside of that, like I have everything. I have the dagger gloves, I have the boots of the Shadow Flame, I have right now 4 pieces of tier 2 on me. I have the cloak, I have the whole 9 yards essentially. Crown Tooth in the offhand, of course.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet.
Actually, when
Not enough
I
energy.
looked it up on Warcraft logs, I'm like one of the most geared rogues on this server. If not the most geared rogue on the server, at least in terms of item level.
It's too far
No,
away.
this is not a dead
Not
server.
ready yet.
It's like Sandalar Tribe, RP PvP. It's the biggest RP PvP realm,
That ability is
I think.
not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. I don't have alpha access, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I can check that on the launcher, can't I? No, it doesn't look like it. I have opted in, but nothing so far. I did get beta access to BfA though, actually. So if I do get access this time around, I'm for sure gonna stream some profession testing. It's not friends and family.
That ability is
It's friends and family and like content creators. I am a content creator, just a very small scale one. At least here on Twitch I'm very small scale. My website has a lot of readers though.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. Don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Another cowl. Are these still selling for like 1.5 gold each? Huh. Surprising to me. Level 58 Orc Warlock. My friend, you are out of your depth. We will not hesitate to murder you in the blink of an eye. What is he doing here? What's the plan? Oh, he's going for the Twilight Keeper. Alright, I'll let him get that. I'm gonna let him finish the quest and then I'm gonna gank him. Like I'll let him go loot the guy, and then once he's looted him, then I'm gonna go kill him. Like there's no point in being like super mean, and then I'm gonna let him get away. Oh god, I got popped out of stealth.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Now my plan is gonna fail.
I need to get closer. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough.
He gave us the keck, poor guy. Anyway.
I can't do that yet.
I generally don't like engage in a lot of world PvP griefing, but every once in a while. I'm gonna do it the nice way by letting him finish his quest, and then when he respawns I'm not gonna camp him at all. I think like one gank, that's perfectly fine. $230.
That ability isn't ready. I can't do that yet.
Oh god. Of course I pop all my cooldowns and they petrify me. God. Idiots.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
That was annoying. But whatever. Onwards and upwards. So we're just gonna farm a very short while longer. And then it's BfA time. It's go time for BfA pretty soon. See if we can get like, maybe I can summon one more boss and get rid of some stuff in my inventory. If I get lucky.
That ability isn't ready. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
$32.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy. Not ready yet. I don't have enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. I'm out of range.
A lot of rune cloth you get from doing this farm. I'm considering like spending a lot of gold getting to exalted with like Darnassus for the tiger, or the, not the tiger but the well, I guess there are tigers, aren't they? To get the night elf mount at least. considering doing that. Gotta find something to spend my gold on. This guy ganks me, I'm gonna fall.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Something.
I'm out of range.
Big
That
cats.
ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. That ability isn't
Yeah, I wouldn't bother with like Iron Fortress Stormwind. I don't like those mounts at all. The Tiger King. Big cat rescue. Alright, hopefully I can get, it would be cool to get a summon. To get enough. Oh, come on,
I can't do
target
that
me.
yet. That
It's
ability
better.
isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I don't have enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet.
Okay, wants to fight it himself, then he can.
I need to get closer. I can't do that yet.
Possible I should have taken like the blood price
Do that yet. Not
from him
enough.
for being as audacious as stealing a mob from a level 60 rogue. Possibly should not have let him get away with that. Kind of unbridled PvP aggression. $250 rep. A little bit more, like 200 from encrypted Twilight text,
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
and probably another
I don't have enough energy.
100 from quests, something like that. But still extremely slow. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of stuff here.
That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy.
But we'll see if I should maybe. The big question is how long am I gonna actually be able to do this farm? Like how many mobs will I be willing to kill? Will I be willing to go to all the way to honor just killing mobs? I don't think so. That's a lot of gold to pay to brute force it. That's a lot of brute forcing. Now there's a okay. They're summoning. They're here to summon the boss. I guess they had it down. Like the boss just respawned and they're here killing it. The Duke of Zephyrs. Taking it down, and then they're gonna probably head off again as soon as they've killed it. Pretty cool.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that.
That's the most organized guild on our server right there.
Energy. Not ready yet.
Praxis. Do I have more gold? I have more stuff coming in here.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. Not enough energy. That ability. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I need a target.
I have no idea what the next gold sink is. Hopefully something cool. I mean, the Brutosaur was like a super cool gold sink, so we'll see.
I don't have enough energy.
See what they do.
Not enough.
It's like the coolest thing ever. I hope they add something cool like that. Something like for people to work towards. But the fact that they're letting the Brutosaur go feat of strength and being removed, I think that points towards them wanting to keep some kind of gold making endgame. Anteater? Haven't I ganked him a bunch? No, I've seen him a lot. I'm not sure if I don't have any like preference for like a specific type of mob. I don't have a preference for that. And of course he petrifies me. Wow, that's annoying. A specific type of mount.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I'm out of range. Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Oh, finally. So we got the full set, but yeah. I'm gonna. It's time for BfA now. It's time to go through my realms and maybe do something else on BfA. We'll see. So yeah. Do I leave Silithus? Yeah, because I have to craft on this character. So yeah, we're doing that, and then we're actually reposting here, I think, before we log off. Evening, Gwylin, Jack the Dipper. How are you guys doing? Well, let's actually leave the group here, shall we? Alrighty. So we just have to send a bunch of this stuff to Lazy Gold just to keep it out and about. I have some more stuff to send to Lazy Gold actually. Lazy Gold, we're sending this. I think that's about it. I think I want to keep the Repturnins myself, but I'm not sure about it. Let's see how much space I have in my bank. I have absolutely no space in my bank. I have too much rune cloth.
Light bless you.
Whatever. But I did just finish reposting here, so now we can. Now we can. Now we can log on to BfA. So let's go to town here. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna try to get some crafting done on my rogue. We're not gonna start. Actually, we're gonna go on over to your realm, Clodic. Ravencrest. Come to the Dwarven district and wave to me. Don't worry, my my Raven Crest setup is very subpar. Oh, nice! We sold one of the BOEs, one of the 2 items I have on Raven Crest. Yes, my mic settings have changed, and I have not had time to tinker with them. So I'll take a look, but probably I just have to talk like really close into the mic, and I'll see if I can fix it. So I finally made some gold on Raven Crest. Yeah, I just have to hug it. I guess. Is it okay right now? I'm talking like I'm almost eating the microphone. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I should be able to figure it out. Why it's so much lower. Because it's literally the same exact type of microphone. It's just a version that doesn't have like because the one I had an issue where every once in a while it would just like generate tons and tons and tons of like unbearable static noise, and everyone who was listening to me would like get killed essentially, mentally. It was terrible. So it is actually the exact same mic, which is why I hoped that it would just be plug and play, but I didn't have time to test because I was already running a little late, as is. And it looked like the sound levels were the same. You don't see me. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't see me in game, of course. Yeah. I can't help you with that, sadly.
I buy and trade.
So now we're on to the more interesting realms. I'm gonna see if I can find anything here. Let's take a look at we'll take a look at the sound settings. Maybe I can figure something out. Device properties. Alright. At least we're gonna increase the volume to max. And that should be... how is it now? Much better? Yeah, so apparently I had it turned down in Windows settings. I did turn to like 70% or something, but now I don't have to eat it. Now it's probably good, even if I sit at like a comfortable distance like this. That's nice. Sing us a song, you know. The only one I sing for. That's my. I have one person I sing for, and I sing a lot for her. That's my daughter. I don't sing on stream. Maybe I'll do it once, but I'm a terrible singer. Like horrendous.
Go with honor, friend.
So no sales on Sylvanas. That's annoying. I think I bought BOEs on Sylvanas last time I was checking auctions. Did I? Okay, just one for 49,000. So nothing major here. well, of course it returns the cheap ones first, so there might be something on the other end. Leech percent on leather, that doesn't feel good. Strike through on leather, that's very good. It's much better, and it's a 460. I'm gonna buy that one. Pretty sure that's one of the ones demon hunters want, which makes it good. Did you guys see the build with a full tank group, everyone running that, like, I don't remember the name of the essence, but they're all running like Twilight Devastation corruptions, and they use like an essence that means that everyone, their HP scales by everyone else who's using the same essence or something. So they're all running around with like 3 million HP, and Twilight Devastation just procs for like insane damage. That was pretty hilarious. I watched I didn't watch the method video, I just watched like the Asmongold doing it, copying it, but that looked hilarious. I think Method did a video. I'm sure I can like find the link. Actually, I don't want to open my. Alright, let me do it. Swap back to Classic so I can open my browser safely. Look at this, I'm now like a YouTube React streamer.
Who tanks? Question mark. I don't care.
Just look at
Like,
this.
no props. Someone's doing 500k DPS. What's going on, dude?
This is on heroic with like a full 30-man group, and they're not even taking damage. Like, what the hell is this? But yeah, I expect that Twilight Devastation BOEs will actually sell quite well this week. Because I think a lot of people are going to want to try this out because it looks hilarious.
Don't move out, boys. Don't move out.
Yeah, I watched that like how to PvP in BfA video or whatever. It was also like super super hilarious. It made me want to get a bunch of like retarded corruptions and go do PvP.
And cheese it a bit with AMS, yeah. I think we're fine, honestly. This is such a joke.
You just go in with like the mind flayer corruption, stack that, and you get a proc, and then you just like delete someone.
It's gonna be so fun. What the fuck, dude? This I got fucking easy for me, honestly. 40 million Twilight Devastation damage, 86.8% of my damage. Holy fuck.
Look at this, like 86% of the damage is just from like a random corruption proc. Corruptions is like the most let's call it interesting gearing systems Blizzard has ever made. It's so
What the fuck?
so unbalanced, like it's
This is such a joke.
it's hilarious.
Alright, we can last already. Just kill the fucking psychers. Need to get to our corpses though.
Because the idea here, the way this works is that you get, like, you can see all of the buffs here. This is from the essence. That gives them like a huge HP buff. And then Twilight Devastation, of course, deals a percentage of your HP in damage. So when you get the proc and you have 3 million HP or whatever, then it's just gonna blast. It's just gonna chunk the boss.
Alright, we got 69%. Are we getting the...
I think there were some funny moments in Asmongold's 30 tanks video as well. Because he went and like he went and raided Orgrimmar with us.
Anyway, it doesn't even matter. Don't overextend too much. We're all
See, they finally made it to like Thunderbluff to kill Bane Bloodhoof, and it's like and a bunch of like one shots in PvP. That was also pretty funny.
everybody go direct.
Like when they
There's
finally
no
started
war chief.
fighting. Like people just get deleted. When the proc comes in, it's like, okay, they're all dead. Like, look at that. Like 5 people just completely one shot by a one Twilight Devastation beam. It's like, what the hell? He got deleted again. I mean, like, this has to be just hilarious. I mean, you can tell he's like cracking up, which is obvious. They're like one-shotting people with Twilight Devastation beams. And like full tank gear, and they're like 3 million HP gods. Like, yeah, that's some cool stuff. So I did buy the BOE, and we're now reposting, and spent a little too much time looking at hilarious PvP videos. I mean, like, I think as a gearing system, like, corruption is, or the way most of these corruptions work, at least all of the like random damage proc ones, I think that's like really bad design personally. Like having a significant portion of your damage come from just like random procs from your gear, which is like completely uncontrollable for you. Like, you have no impact on how much damage it does. But I mean, when the system is implemented, I think it's hilarious that you have these edge cases that people are starting to exploit, and it's just looks like, I mean, it looks hilarious when you delete someone in PvP with like your corruption or whatever. Of course, it's not a good basis for some sort of serious competition or anything, but it's fun. Oh, wow. That's the mailbox, guys. 747,000. Stormscale coming through with the BOE sales. That's very good. Been not that often that I've seen like in the 700k range at all in BfA, to be honest. Where's my snipping tool? It's been way too long since I've posted like these braggy mailbox. I keep taking screenshots and they just like end up in my folders. Not mailboxes. Mailboxes 2020 BfA 0428 storm scale. And there we have it. That's a sale. I'm actually gonna pass 3 million on Stormscale today. That's nice. Yeah, Goylin, this is what I do to make gold in retail. Just flip BOEs.
Got the best deals anywhere.
It's not easy to get into. You need a lot of gold to get started, but once you're started, it's the best way to make gold in the game, in my opinion. Although BfA BOE flipping has not been as good as Legion BOE flipping was. Legion BOE flipping, that was those were the days.
Be careful.
Those were the days. But then again, Legion had like the most stupid inflation like the game has ever seen.
You need something? Farewell.
Alright, so there are some very considerable pieces here, like 460 with a haste proc. The speed is an issue. The speed here, that's a huge issue. How good is haste proc on casters? The reason why the speed is a big deal is because it means that there are way fewer versions of this specific combination of item level, corruption, and tertiary stat, which means that the market value, which is what I use, or region market value, which is what I usually use to assess if it's worth buying, can be skewed by a single item to a much higher degree than other items. So I don't think I'm gonna touch that actually. I mean, these two are really good. But so many socketed leg wraps. Yeah, the 101 BOEs, that was the sickest gold making method ever. But one of the main reasons why it was so good is of course because Legion had just crazy all around inflation, right? Can't get around the fact that inflation in Legion was extremely high. Which is gonna help make all of these methods. Like there was so much gold being bounced around. 475 Void Ritual. I mean, like, it's 475. But that's not the most interesting corruption, I think. Low level strike through. I think we're just gonna buy these, all of these. Or at least these two pants. So that's 250k. Alright, let's just do it. 304,000. Let's go. Hey Scallion, how are you doing? Alright, so that's 304,000 gold spent. Let's get it onto the auction house as quickly as we can. I'm spending things are going a little too slowly here. I'm doing good. Right, that was a really fast post scan. I guess I don't have too much on this run. Pretty cool. How much gold do we have here? 2689. Wow. So Stormscale has been doing really well lately. This is now my second biggest realm in terms of gold, huh?
Pleasure doing business with you.
And I only have this one. I actually have other characters on this realm, but I haven't used them at all for gold making. Or anything else for that matter. So this is a good one. It's a good one. I've started with like 5 gold and a battle pet. Or some battle pets, and now I'm at like 2.7 million.
King's honor, friend.
Pure flipping.
Light bless you.
Alright, I'm gonna give my... yeah, that can happen, Scallion. Like, prices changed and some methods aren't worth it anymore. I think the sound is a little too high on this window of WoW. But yeah, prices will be trending downwards for the rest of the expansion. That's just the way of it. No way around that. Boom. Well, this day is looking fantastic. Another 500,000 gold of BOEs. Personally, I don't farm at all, so I'm not gonna be able to tell you when you should farm or not farm. Like you're the one who has to answer the question of how valuable your time is and what a good price or a good price for the items that you're selling or good gold per hour is. But to me, 3 to 5 gold per herbs doesn't sound worth it at all to me. But then again, I probably wouldn't have bothered with it even if prices were 10 gold. I am, after all, the lazy gold maker, not the hardworking gold farmer. Not that there's anything wrong with farming. Like a lot of the richest players in the game are farming because you can always farm more and always make more gold that way. Are you doing multi-boxing, Scallion? Is that what you're asking, essentially? Because wow, wait, what? Oh my, this is a really good one. %12% mastery with a socket on a 460 base. I mean, I have to buy it. And a 475 with a socket. I think that's one of the worst corruptions, though. Not sure. And there's a bunch of 475s here. Yeah, look at this, guys. Twilight Devastation on a 460 plate item. Max rank Twilight Devastation. 700k. People want to do the 30 tank strat. People want to go do tank strats. People want to follow the memes. Like 700k. What's this? This is max rank Twilight Devastation for 1.3 million. No, you can't specifically search for corrupted items, but if you do what I do right here, /epic 120i 440, you'll almost only get the corrupted items. I think I want to buy these as well. I'm not sure. I don't feel the corruption here. What about the belts? Any good belts here? Void Ritual, Strike Through. $700k for a Twilight Devastation. I think this versatility proc is worth it. So we're gonna buy that one as well, and then be on our way. Did I spend? I spent less than I made. We're gonna be in a profit. We're gonna be profitable today, guys. I have a feeling we're gonna be. I have a good feeling about today. I think we're gonna be end the day with a nice bump up in total gold. I mean, I should, considering I've already collected more than 1.2 million gold in sales, and I have 5 realms left, 4 realms left, 5 realms left.
Open for business.
I'm just doing some crafting on my classic character in the meantime. On the other screen, which is why you possibly heard some of the sounds from the game. Oh, you lost too much gold playing the auction house. There are plenty of ways to play the auction house with relatively little risk, but of course you can never eliminate it completely. That's impossible. Crafting professions is probably the main way you limit the risk. And certainly, overall, what I've made most of my gold... No, not actually, that's not true, but I have made most of my gold with BfA, with BOEs lately. But when doing single realm gold making, and doing my challenges and stuff like that, for the most part, crafting has been very, very important. I'm sure the new auction house plays a part. I've never bought a token for... I've bought a ton of tokens, I'll admit that. For gold, that is. I've bought a ton of tokens for gold. I mean, buying tokens with like real life money, that's like the least lazy, right? It's like you have to go do your job, like whatever that is. Like, say you're like some 18-year-old kid playing World of Warcraft, like you're have to go work your part-time job at the grocery store to get your BOEs. That's not lazy at all. Yeah. Just pay using mom's credit card, forehead. Well, you don't particularly need any fancy math to make gold with TSM or crafting professions. You can just use a very simple basic operation for like literally every item in the game that's crafted. You just need to have the minimum price set at more than what you paid for the materials, and you'll be good. But yeah, it's hard. Like for me, TSM Trade Skill Master was something that came easy to me, so it's a little hard for me to really help, or to, which is why I feel a little bit like uneasy with pushing people who don't feel comfortable with it into using TSM a lot. Like it can be, I understand that it can be intimidating and hard, and if it is intimidating and hard for you, then you may be better off sticking with other methods. Like, we're all different at the end of the day. I'm excited for the... Yeah. The only thing you can lose by farming is essentially the time you spent farming. Like, you could end up... you're never gonna... you don't have to pay for anything, so you're not gonna end up with, like... a gold loss. Which is good. For some people, certainly very good. I like the risk. I like the rush. Like I remember like the first time I dropped 500,000 in Legion, just buying herbs to restock potions and flasks. Like, that was pretty exciting. Not gonna lie. You can like feel it tingling. Like, oh, this feels risky. Can I make this back? Am I gonna make it? And then. Of course, well, not of course, but I made it. It's not a certainty. It's certainly extremely possible to make mistakes both with crafting and flipping, and 67,000 here, so nothing nothing crazy, but a pretty good sale. Yeah, Jack, controlling markets right now, like multi-boxing just seems to be increasing more and more and more.
Help you find something?
Sure, it will be hard for a long time. Alright, so 67,000, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty, it is what it is, like multi-boxing is apparently here to stay. Whew. Wow, I am getting tired. We'll have
I
to
know a
speed
buyer when I
through
see one.
Zoom. We have to be like the Zoomers. Just zoom through these last realms if we can. Of course, I am very much not a Zoomer. Hey, Lazy Titan. My fellow lazy person. Or perhaps not a person. A Titan isn't exactly a person now, is it? Certainly not in World of Warcraft lore, at least. And nothing to buy here, which on some level is a little bit nice, because it means I'm just done with Twilight's Hammer and I can move on as soon as I've reposted. Okay, I'm really feeling it right now. We get the post scan rolling properly. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm in control. Lazy Titan, I'm not gonna eat the microphone. Oh, crap. Wrote into the wrong cell
Pleasure doing business with you.
in the spreadsheet. So you may or may not be aware, I track all of my my multi-realm flipping operations, or how it does, on like a macro level in a spreadsheet. So I track like my sales, my the gold I spend on BOEs, what I make on BOEs, and some other and my total gold per realm. Yeah, I think multi-boxers will essentially continue to take it all. Oh, I already had a bunch of crystal vials.
Be careful.
Right, so let's go run for Let's go run a scan for BOEs here as well. Let us do it. Shopping, Epic 120, I440. And I missed the click I was gonna do. Yeah. I'm sure it's extremely annoying to try to compete against multi-boxers. And almost no results. Very few items on this realm, or very few different types, but Twilight Devastation and Avoidance. Just rank 2, but still. I mean, you have to buy Twilight Devastations in the current day. Versatility percent, I think that's pretty good as well. So I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go a little crazy on this realm. Just a little. Mastery percent. Any mastery percent classes with plate wearers. Any mastery classes. Could always check, but Arms Warriors? Aren't they like the... They're one of the top DPS, aren't they? I thought I saw that somewhere. But I have no idea where. Like, I just have a vague memory that like Arms was high up on some rating I saw. I'm gonna buy it. And then probably not touch these others. Even though it's all like very low compared to my maximum prices. $275,000 spent on BOEs here. Good. I mean, this Twilight Devastation on leather, that's extremely good for like these meme tank compositions. For druids and leather workers. Demon hunters. Let us get it right here. Deep Wound, yeah. Actually, like the character that I've played the most in BfA is an Arms Warrior, so but I've only done open world content on him. So on some level, like I should know this stuff.
Need help?
Yeah, this is the realm where I have all of the hilariously priced waist guards. That's funny. Alright, so we're still...
Come back anytime.
Still trending upwards in profit on the day, I'm pretty sure.
That's still recharging.
Three more realms to go, and then it's the material flipping experiment, which I've expanded now to include a little bit more than just materials. So it now also contains some what's it called? Some commodities, some consumables. Based on what, stealing some ideas from the mighty Billies on Nexia. Or borrowing. Yeah, I post a lot of battle pets, Pokemon pets, but they don't bring in that much in terms of gold. I just have to keep the battle pets running in case I want to move to a new realm or get started on a new realm, which case, you need the battle pets to get started. Unless you want to play on that realm, and I don't want to play on that realm. I've sold several TCG pets over the years. So I probably had like total pet sales in the several million. But it's over a long time period, and it's a lot. I don't know, like, you have some people who generate like just huge amounts of gold from that market consistently. But I'll be happy to admit that I don't actually know how they do it. Actually, that's a really good question. I'll take a look the next time and actually fix it. Metcat. It's let's see if we can find any BOEs here, and then I'm gonna try to remember to fix the stupid issue. Alright, so nothing here. So I'm gonna read the error message, and I'm gonna make sure that we do whatever is needed to make it go away. Oh crap, I forgot. We have to log into Darkmoon Fair again, because I didn't remember to write down how much gold I have. No worries, man. No worries. We'll get it done. We'll get it out of the way. Alright, was it installed or active? Okay. Let's write down how much gold we have here. 1640, 91. And then we're gonna go remove it. Let's see here, this PC program files. Right, let's see. Hopefully we should be in a new and better world right now. A world without pop-ups that annoy Metcat. A safe space for everyone. Nope. I mean, I did delete it. So I guess to get it fixed, I'd have to like reboot World of Warcraft. But I have too much other stuff on this screen, alright, so we can do it. We'll try rebooting. Because we're gonna have to swap over to the other screen while I launched the wrong window. While I go find the password. And we're back. Let's see if it shows up here now. No, it's no longer here now, so we should be good. Alright, so that's it. Ooh, look at that! Look at that, Metcat. We made it. That's a PogChamp for me at least. Mm, 6690. Just a couple of Pokemons selling here. Let's hope I don't think we're gonna see something spectacular on less Sentinel. We almost never do. But we shall see. We shall see. Wow, this guy on my realm has so many epics. On my classic realm. Alright, so uncorrupted, lurking schemer span, yeah, whatever. That's well, uninteresting to say the least. Yeah, all of this stuff is whatever. Not gonna buy. Not gonna buy. Oh, I just realized. I'm really sorry. Thank you for the follow, Apophis 2701. I do really appreciate it. I did see it. And then I was too wrapped up in something else, which I don't even remember. Donde está la biblioteca? Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea where the library is. I'm sorry, you'll have to find it yourself. Alright, let's run some shopping scans. Here, where we need a huge... Second to last realm, and then it's the material flipping experiment at the end there. Thank you for the follow and the Magyar. Really appreciate it. I know I probably didn't pronounce that correctly, but that's life. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday evening. We're approaching the end of the stream, guys, so if you have any question, now is certainly the time. I'm not going to be going for too much longer. I'm just gonna finish the last two realms, or the last realm, and then the material flipping experiment that I've been doing. All right, so the French realm, Le Sentinel. Let's see what Le Sentinel can bring us. Can I has gold? Yeah, just go buy a token, Clodic. It's free for if you have dollars or euros. Another good way to make gold is, of course, to kill boars in Elwyn Forest. And just vendor everything you got. And after enough hours, you'll have 1 gold. Thank you so much, man. Dreadful subscribing. Thank you so much, man. Really happy to have you aboard. WoW prostitution. Actually, I have a story about that from WoW Classic, because I'm on an RP realm, or RP PvP realm, and I was taking the boat from Darnassus, and to what's it called, to Dustwall, no, not to Dustwall Marsh, to the wetlands. And these two night elves came running up after me, and just started like spamming /flirt, and like started talking in chat to me and started trying to flirt with me, and were like, "We are soliciting sex for copper. Do you want sucky sucky?" Like two they were naked level 5 night elves, and they just kept running after me for like 20 minutes. Well, I didn't go for it, but I'm sure it would have been pretty good. All right, so we actually had another BOE sale here, and another Eternal Palace BOE. So don't sleep. I think Abyssal Bubbler is Eternal Palace. So don't sleep on 8.2 BOEs. Like, they still work. I'm not the best person to answer that question, Taman Cutie, because I don't do multiboxing. But with prices dropping, if prices is dropping on like the main multibox farms, then you're gonna have to go be creative and find something that very few multiboxers farm for whatever reason. I do feel like multiboxing is extremely much more widespread now than it was. And of course, we're now in like the last part of the expansion. It's gonna trend downwards. It's all gonna be downwards from here. But I don't know any specific farm spots or anything. It's just try to find some way to go where other people aren't going, or where other multiboxers are not farming, so you don't have to compete with them. Whether or not that is into an old expansion market, probably some form of old expansion market or something else entirely. That's what you'll have to figure out. Alright, so I'm about to log on. As you can see, one of my old level 101 twink from Legion. I didn't do much farming on it because it was fun to gear it out and just run in and solo, like just do like a huge trash pull in what was that dungeon's name? The one close to the Emerald Nightmare. I don't have it in my head. So you just ran in and did like a huge trash pull and swamped it all up and killed it all on a level 101. Just twink to the teeth. No, not in Northrend. In Legion. Alright, so not yeah, Thicket, Darkheart Thicket, yeah, that's the one. Should pull like the I think you'd pull everything before the first boss and just AoE it down. On a single character. That was pretty fun. Nice. 20k today. So this is where I've been running a material flipping experiment essentially. For now, we're on day 25 today. Actually, I didn't do Mage Tower because I quit doing end game content after Nighthold. And I never really got around to like doing the Mage Tower, which I sort of regret. What's the SL for? Shadowlands, yeah. We'll see. It depends a little bit on how they do it. Maybe I should roll back some of the changes that really means that that multiboxing is like the absolute best method in the world.
Have anything ancient to trade?
So we'll run the shopping scan first. But yeah, so this is a twinked out Demon Hunter. With a bunch of, like, look at this Samid's Vision Ring with Leech. That was not cheap. 6 Feather Fan, that was expensive. Morphesis Giant Sensor, that was also expensive. Kainen's Preeminent Chest Guard with Leech. You needed a set amount. You needed Leech on like 4 items or something. Those were the days. When you got so much gold from doing the war campaign mission table that you could finance a token off of like 3... over like 3 alts or something, you could finance a token every month. It was the real stupid hours. Okay, so why on earth did I buy 200 Kraken's eyes on this experiment? That was a really dumb idea. I guess it's because I wanted to try if I... Wow, okay, I see what you mean by prices plummeting. What the hell? No, I haven't started stocking up for Shadowlands. Any tips would be like buy out stuff, BfA materials that are gonna be super cheap right now, potentially. Oh, no, I didn't mean that this server is particularly bad, just that this was like a surprisingly large decrease in price. We are gonna buy out all of these random ass stacks of Fangtooth though. What? I'm just posting a cool 48,000 Sirens Pollen at the time. It's several posters, of course, but like 48,000 guys. 48,000 at the same price level. I mean, someone isn't gonna get there. Someone's gonna get disappointed here. Well, if everyone has more time to play, then they have more time to farm their own materials, presumably. Or at least you could argue that, right? I don't know though, like... all of this looks complete crap. I mean, I could... No, I have 1400 Nashers, so don't want to touch those. I could do some Void Fins, but there's a wall at 3000. I'm gonna scan the old world groups instead. Like, look at this. This is also something Billison XL put me on to. Drainic Intellect Flask. Some level 90 consumable. Bought for 250, sold for 500. I don't even know what they're used for, but apparently it works. So I'm gonna buy more flasks. I just bought 3 of them, and they all sold really fast for 500 gold each. So I'm very happy to buy more. Crystallize air. What the hell? What the hell? Guys, what are you doing with your crystallized air pricing? Can I turn them into Eternals? Yeah. You're not supposed to sell these for this low, guys. That's a huge mistake. Eternal air. All right. Let's take a look at greater flasks. Greater flask. Yeah, the new auction house definitely like heavily favors the buyers. That's no question at all. Thank you for the follow, Jonas KE. And do I want to buy? I can't buy too many of these. Let's just take a look at flasks. See what we get. Okay, so it's a lot. Okay, so there are a bunch of things here that we're already gonna try our hand at buying. Training agility flasks. That's some of the ones that I've seen them flipping. Flask of the 7th Demon. 500 of it, wow. That's a hardcore. Someone is really going hard on these old world flasks. Still have too much gold left over here. Alright. Let's take a look at some more stuff. Unbridled. Potion of Unbridled Fury. $28,000. How many can I afford here? 200? 200, we can easily afford 200. This seems worth it to me. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means raid resets, which means everyone and their mother buying potions, which means I can afford to overcut today.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Let's record our purchases, and then we're gonna be off. Alright, 21,000 gold spent today. That seems high. No, it's actually right. Now I just have to turn all these into Eternals. Pretty sure it's better to flip the finished Eternals. Or post them. $50,000 per day, that's a decent amount. It should be doable though. Alright, so now we have to remember to cancel all of my current auctions.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
And once that's done, we can collect everything and get it back onto the auction house. Yeah, I should. Let's get the macros set up.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
I do have to do some things that are on brand in terms of being the lazy gold maker, right?
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
We don't know when Shadowlands is coming though. That's the big elephant in the room, the big question. Oh, 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 oh,
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
That's right. 2
Have
items not in the group.
ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
I think what I saw was Jack, was that some people were comparing like alpha release schedules and expansion releases, and if earlier expansions are anything to go by on that metric, then you should expect Shadowlands around November. Which would probably put like the pre-patch in September, October. But then again, like I have no one can know. So yeah, this experiment is working out. So this is now day 25. When I started this, I had 100,000 gold, and now I have 333,000 gold worth of stuff on the auction house. Well, you get a benefit for outland mining, I think, but outside of that, I'm not sure. Scallion, I don't do much farming. Are you playing Classic or BfA, Mr. Donovan? That sounds like a Classic type problem to me. Is that... I have no idea like what you should do in terms of keeping stuff on the auction house versus keeping it. Generally speaking, I don't think that we'll ever see like a bounce back in value, so I think you're probably better off selling most stuff. At least anything that's like super liquid and always easy to find for sale. But yeah. Let's just take a chill lap while we flex on the poor people. Perhaps that isn't the most diplomatic way to put it. Volatiles and such. I assumed that you were talking about like current expansion materials for your guild bank, but I could be wrong there. If you just have 8,000 gold, I'd say cooking is where you want to start. Because you can get the 8.3 recipes at level 1 cooking, so you don't have to do any leveling. So assuming that those are profitable in your realm, you can just go get the recipes and start crafting and posting them on the auction house right away. Volatiles, I don't know what you would be saving those for, Mr. Donovan. Like, unless you know what you're specifically saving an item for, then it's probably not worth saving it. That's sort of a general rule. But yeah, guys, I'm at the end. I'm already a little over my scheduled time, and it's getting late, and I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna head to bed. Now I know that I just added a schedule at the bottom, but on Thursday I will be away. I'm not home on Thursday, so there won't be a stream. Will be one on Sunday though, when I make it back. I'm going out into the Norwegian mountains for some spring skiing. So I won't be in Azeroth for a little while. But we'll be back on Sunday and do some more gold making. Possibly, most likely not raiding in Classic, because I'm assuming that I'm gonna sign as a tentative since I don't know when I'll be back. But we will be streaming and making some more gold. Hopefully we can do something as good as today, where I had like a 1.2 million gold in sales, but can't guarantee mailbox sizes, sadly. But thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all of the follows. Thank you for to Dreadful for subscribing. I really appreciate it. A lot of people here today, as there were last time, and I can really feel that it's nice to be here with so many of you now that I'm on a better schedule. So I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you're following, and you'll get notified when I go live again on Sunday. Until then, you can read all about gold making at thelazygoldmaker.com. Yeah, guys, thanks.